immersed into breathing, aware, attentive. Only know this, that you have achieved attention of breathing when there is no effort. You are relaxed. You enjoy it. There is no forcing. Then you have attained it. Then add something else. For example, walking. Remember both. Then go on adding things. After a certain period, you will be capable of being aware of your breath continuously, even in sleep. And unless you are aware, even in sleep, you will not be able to know the gap. But this comes. By and by this comes. One has to be patient. And one has to start rightly. Note this, because the cunning mind will always try to give you a wrong start. Because then you can leave within 2 or 3 days. You can say, this is hopeless. The mind will give you a wrong start. So always remember to begin rightly, because rightly begun, half done. Wrongly begun, and we start wrongly. You know very well that attention is a difficult thing, because we are totally asleep. So if you start while you are doing something, and you start being attentive of breathing, you cannot do it. And you are not going to leave the job, you will leave this effort to be attentive of breathing. So don't create unnecessary problems for yourself. In 24 hours, you can find out a small corner. 40 minutes will do. Do it there. But the mind will say many things. The mind will say, where is the time? Already too much work to be done. Where is the time? The mind will say, it is not possible now. Postpone it. Somewhere in the future, when things are better, we will do it. Beware what your mind says to you. Don't be too trusting of the mind. And we are never doubtful. We can doubt everyone, but we never doubt our own minds. Even those who talk too much of skepticism, of doubt, of reason, even they never doubt their own minds. And your mind has brought you to the state you are in. If you are in a hell, your mind has brought you to this hell. And you never doubt this guide. You can doubt any teacher, any master, but you never doubt your mind. With unflinching faith, you move with your mind as the Guru. And your mind has brought you to the mess, the misery you are. So if you are going to doubt anything, doubt first your own mind. And whenever your mind says something, think thrice. Is it true? You don't have any time? Really? You don't have any time to meditate? To give 1 hour to meditation? Think thrice. Ask again and again to the mind, is this the case that you don't have any time? I don't see. I have not seen a man who has not more than enough. Because I go on seeing at people, they are playing cards and they say we are killing time. They are going to pictures and they say what to do. Killing time. Gossiping. Reading the same newspaper again and again. Talking the same things they have been talking their whole lives. And they say we don't have any time. For unnecessary things they have enough time. Why? With unnecessary things, mind is not in any danger. The moment you think of meditation, mind becomes alert. Now you are moving in a dangerous dimension. Because meditation means death of the mind. If you move in meditation, sooner or later, your mind will have to dissolve, retire completely. The mind becomes alert and he begins to say to many things to you, where is the time? And even if there is time, then more important things are to be done first. Postpone it later. Anytime you can meditate. Money is more important. Gather money first, then meditate at your leisure. How can you meditate without money? So pay attention to money, then meditate later on. Meditation can be postponed easily because it is not concerned with your immediate survival. Bread cannot be postponed. You will die. Money cannot be postponed. It is needed for your basic necessities. Meditation can be postponed. It is not concerned with your survival. You can survive without it. Really, you can survive without it easily. The moment you go deep in meditation, you will not survive on this earth at least. You will disappear from the circle of this life. From this wheel, you will disappear. So meditation is like death. Mind becomes afraid. Meditation is like love. Mind becomes afraid. Postpone. And you can go on postponing ad infinitum. When your mind says things like this, and don't think that I am talking about others. I am talking particularly about you. I have come across many intelligent people talking very non-intelligent things about meditation. One man came from Delhi. He is a big government official. He came for the purpose only to learn meditation here. He can come from Delhi. He stayed 7 days here. And I told him to go to the morning meditation class on the Chowpatty beach. He said, but that's difficult. I cannot get up so early. And he will never think what his mind has told him. Is this so difficult? Now you will know. The exercise can be simple, but your mind is not so simple. The mind says, how you can get up in the morning at 6 o'clock? I was in a big city, and the collector of that city came to meet me. At 11 o'clock in the night, I was just going to my bed, and he came, he said, no, it is immediate. I am very disturbed. It is a question of life and death, he told me. So please, give me at least half an hour. Teach me meditation, otherwise I may commit suicide. I am very much disturbed. I am so frustrated that if something is not going to happen in my inner world, my outer world is lost completely. So I told him, come in the morning at 5 o'clock. He said, that's not possible. It is a question of life and death. But he cannot get up at 5 o'clock. That's not possible. I never get up so early. Okay, I told him, then come at 10. He said, that will also be difficult, because by 10:30 I am to be present at my office. He cannot take one day's leave, and it is a question of life and death. So I told him, is it a question of your life and death or my life and death? Whose? And he was not an unintelligent man. He was enough intelligent. These tricks were enough intelligent. So don't think that your mind is not playing the same tricks. It is very intelligent. And because you think it is your mind, you never doubt it. It is not yours. It is just a social product. It is not yours. It has been given to you. It has been forced upon you. You have been taught and conditioned in a certain way. From the very childhood, your mind is being created by others, parents, society, teachers. The past is creating your mind and influencing your mind. The dead past is forcing itself upon the living continuously. The teachers are just the agents of the dead against the living. They go on forcing things into your mind. But the mind is so intimate with you, the gap is so small, you become identified with it. You say, I am a Hindu. Think again, reconsider it. You are not a Hindu. You have been given a Hindu mind. You were born just a simple, innocent being. Not a Hindu, not a Mohammedan. But you were given a Mohammedan mind, a Hindu mind. You were forced, encaged, imprisoned in a particular conditioning. And then life goes on adding to this mind. And this mind becomes heavy on you. You cannot do anything. The mind starts forcing its own way upon you. Then your experiences, they are being added to the mind. And constantly, your past is conditioning your present every moment. If I say something to you, you are not going to think about it in a fresh way, in an open way. Your old mind, your past will come in between, will begin to talk and chatter, for or against. Remember, your mind is not yours. Your body is not yours. It comes from your parents. Your mind is also not yours. It comes also from your parents. Who you are, either one is identified with the body or with the mind. You think you are young, you think you are old, you think you are Hindu, you think you are a Jain, you are a Parsi. You are none. You were born as a pure consciousness. These are all imprisonments. These techniques which look so simple to you will not be so simple, because this mind will create constantly many complexities and problems. Just a few days before, a man came to me and he said, I am trying your method of meditation, but tell me in what scripture it is given. Because if you can convince me that in my religious scripture it is given, then it will be easier for me to do. But why it will be easier for him to do if it is written in the scripture? Because then the mind will not create problems. The mind will say, okay, this belongs to us, do it. If it is not written in the scripture, then the mind says, what are you doing? The mind goes against it. I asked the man, you have been doing this method for 3 months. How are you feeling? He said, wonderful. I am feeling very wonderful. But tell me, give some authority from the scripture. His own feeling is not an authority at all. He says, I am feeling wonderful. I have become more silent, more peaceful, more loving. I am feeling wonderful. But his own experience is not the authority. The mind asks authority in the past. I told him, it is not written anywhere in your scripture. Rather, many things which are against to this technique are written. His face became sad. And he said, then it will be difficult for me to do it and continue. Why? His own experience is of no value. The past, the conditioning, the mind. It is constantly molding you and destroying your present. So remember and be aware. Be skeptical and doubting about your mind. Don't trust it. And if you can attain to such maturity of not trusting your mind, only then these techniques will be really simple, helpful, functioning. They will work miracles. They can work miracles. 2 questions more. These techniques, these methods cannot be understood intellectually at all. I am trying the impossible. But then why I am trying? If they cannot be understood intellectually, then why I am talking to you? They cannot be understood intellectually, but there is no other way to make you aware of certain techniques which can change your life totally. You can understand only intellect. This is a problem. You cannot understand anything else. You can understand only the intellect. And these techniques cannot be understood intellectually. So how to communicate? Either you should become capable of understanding without intellect being brought in, or some methods should be found so that these techniques can be made intellectually understandable. The second is not possible, but the first is possible. You will have to start intellectually, but don't cling to it. When I say do, try doing. If something begins to happen within you, then you will be capable of throwing your intellect aside and reaching towards me direct, without the intellect, without the mediation, without the mediators. But start doing something. We can go on talking for years and years. Your mind can be stuffed with many things. That is not going to help. It may rather harm you, because you begin to know many things. And when you know many things, you will become confused. It is not good to know many things. It is good to know a little and practice it. A single technique can be helpful. Something done is always helpful. What is the difficulty in doing it? Deep down somewhere, there is fear. If you do it, the fear is, it may be that something starts happening. That is the fear. It may look paradoxical, but I have been meeting so many persons. They think they want to change,